Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you could make all the decisions in your dream, like choosing to fly or deciding to ride a dinosaur? What about realizing that you're actually in the middle of a nightmare and it's not real life? Or even being able to solve a problem that keeps coming up? What if you were able to find out that there are actually people who can do all these things and more? According to dictionary.com, a lucid dream is a dream state in which one is conscious enough to recognize that one is in the dream state and which stays in one's memory. Or in other words, it's the idea that the dreamer recognizes that they are dreaming and are able to potentially control their own actions in addition to the context and content of their dream. Lucid dreaming has been around for a long time, yet many do not even know that it exists. One of the earliest mentions of lucid dreaming dates back to the 8th century with the Tibetan Buddhists. The Buddhists were known as the first to formally teach their lucid techniques to others. After that, many others wrote about it and mentioned it in their works, but it wasn't until 1975 that it was actually scientifically proven in a lab by Keith Hearne with the help of Alan Worsley. Today, one of the biggest names associated with lucid dreaming is Dr. Stephen LeBerg, who has been referred to as the godfather of lucid dreaming. LeBerg has his PhD from Stanford University and has over 30 years of research and experience under his belt. Some of LeBerg's research has shown that the brain works different during lucid dreaming than it does during normal REM dreaming. He also found that it becomes more active and that lucid dreaming also produces a physical autonomic reaction in the body.
One of the goals of lucid dream research is to determine how the brain is affected physiologically during lucid dreaming. Studies use fMRI and EEG technology to look at the electrical activity and localized activation of the brain. Lucid dreaming occurs during REM sleep, which is one of 5 stages in the sleep cycle. During REM sleep, brainwaves are similar to those during wakefulness and when normal dreaming usually occurs. Previously, it was thought that lucidity was only a REM sleep phenomenon. Research now suggests that during lucid dreams, the brain is in a hybrid state of wakefulness and REM sleep. This hybrid state represents the shift in brain activity from non-lucid REM dreaming to lucid REM dreaming. While in non-lucid dreaming you mistakenly believe you are awake, during lucid dreaming you recognize that you are asleep. This may be due to increased activity in the frontal polar cortex, which is a region associated with self-reflective awareness and insight. This increased activity is why you are able to recognize that you are dreaming during lucid dreams.
Lucid dreaming is often discussed with a negative or fearful connotation, vivid nightmares being the common image brought to mind. In reality, there are a wealth of benefits associated with lucid dreaming according to the current research on the subject. Patrick Allen, a researcher on lucid dreaming, describes the benefits simply saying, "Lucid dreams are a lot like a swimming pool. It's a place where you can struggle and drown, but if you learn how to swim, there's nothing to fear and you'll have a blast splashing around." When a person is lucid dreaming, they have control. This presents an opportunity for the dreamer to choose the who, what, where, when, and whys of their dream. This control is important to the top 3 benefits of lucid dreaming identified through self-report research. These benefits were stress relief, improved mental practice or reflection, and the overcoming of real-life anxieties. The studies have found that often lucid dreams are used as a stress relief mechanism. They become an escape for the dreamer from the stress of real life, allowing fantasy and imagination to run free. Secondly, lucid dreamers utilize the dream as mental rehearsal, generating real-life scenarios to improve mental cognition and increase concentration for things such as sports, music, and work tasks. Lastly, lucid dreams allow the person to face fears they encounter in their everyday life in a safer environment. Standing up to a bully or asking for a raise from your boss are real-life situations that cause real anxiety. Generating these scenarios through lucid dreaming provides the opportunity to face those potentially hostile environments without fear of harm or consequences. A recent correlational study found a positive relationship between frequency of lucid dreaming and both overall mental health and the participants' physical self-concept. This study, which looked specifically at student athletes and physically active students, found that people who lucid dream 1 or more times a week exhibited a better overall state of mental health and showed higher self-esteem and better perspective of themselves. In the context of lucid dreaming benefits, this study is helpful in identifying possible important areas of everyday life, such as mental health, and how lucid dreaming could positively impact them.
To see how this relates to St. Thomas students, we asked one about his experiences with lucid dreaming.
I'd say probably like 2 times a week. Sometimes it's less, like it won't happen at all, or sometimes it's just like 1. But other times, it can get like higher, like 3 and even 4 sometimes, but 2 is about average.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, definitely. I think it just kind of helps me see how things would happen. If I, there's a choice I'd have to make, and what if I make one or make the other, just to kind of gauge what happens. I don't know if it's much stress, but I think that it helps relieve some stress sometimes, because, if I can look at the different things that are happening and then choose, what's gonna happen, and then gauge what happens in each kind of scenario, then I can, what might be the best scenario to actually pick in real life. So this one, I like to do that one process where, I'm testing things out, but I also, I'll have fun with it, because it's control. So I kind of want to fly over just like a grassy meadow, and so just the last one that I had was just kind of over through tulip fields in Holland. Yeah, definitely. There's some where it's if I was actually doing something strenuous in the dream, it seemed like I was mentally fatigued from it, but physically rested. Other times where it's the fun ones, I'll feel just kind of rejuvenated, body and mind.
With a large variety of methods to lucid dream, it's possible for anyone to explore its great benefits. The methods to elucidate the dreaming state take practice to master. These 4 methods, wake back to bed, wake initiation of lucid dreams, visual induction of lucid dreams, and the cycle adjustment technique, are some of the most commonly used in scientific research and by many lucid dreamers. There are only a few of the many, so be sure to explore them and see what works best for you. Wake back to bed is the most simple and efficient method for most people. Carefully plan your use of this technique, as it may disrupt sleep cycles. Wake initiation of lucid dreams is an interesting method, as it allows you, with lots of practice, to initiate a lucid dream when you want. Visual induction of lucid dreams is a bit more abstract in its methodology. Repetitive visualization is used to prime your unconscious mind to identify the specific visualization and bring its presence in the dream state to a conscious awareness. The cycle adjustment technique, when applied correctly, will reliably elicit the lucid dreaming state as you come out of your night's sleep. Careful, as this could disturb wake times, making you more tired than usual. Tibetan dream yoga has been refined for hundreds of years. Being able to lucid dream is a way to explore the purest form of the conscious mind. Only in this way can someone be well on their way to true enlightenment. Western culture has increasingly become more aware of the benefits of this practice and its great clinical potential to help treat patients living with mental illness.